Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event. Let's get ready to rumble!
What's up, man?
What's up, man? Vinny. Nice to meet you guys.
This is Murphy.
Hello, Vinny. Dylan. What's up, man?
What are we going to be showing Jonathan today?
Well, I was thinking what it would be like to work with a partner, and then if you guys want to do some light sparring at the end, just go over some striking, just to the body or something. All right. Let's punch some stuff. Right, let me give you a tour of the gym, and then we can figure out what place would make best for what you guys want.
Sure, absolutely.
You guys gonna keep eating, or they already went on the tour? I'll give you guys.
Yeah. All right, cool.
This is basically our fitness area. We kind of brought the gym from when it was like strictly just MMA based. Now we're kind of everything based.
Okay.
So this is open to the public type thing versus our team being kind of close to the public. Doing that off the camera, you guys are missing it.
Man.
This is like an expansion. When we bought the building, there was another place, like a thrift shop over here, and then they just kind of closed down when we took over. Yesterday we had a grappling match, like a giant one, so we cleared out all our mats. We had it on the stage, and it was kind of like an event. It's the first time I've seen it without mats, actually.
Yeah. How long have you been fighting?
Longer than I remember.
Yeah.
So fighting wasn't something that I sought out to do. It was something that fell on me when I lost sports in high school. I had 3 MIPs, which is a minor in possession. It's like a DUI for kids, basically. But people already referred to me as a troublemaker or like a fighter. So it made sense for me to seek out fighting. And if you're in this sport, you want to go to a gym that has a bunch of smaller guys, and Urijah kind of already created that atmosphere. So I already knew Team Alpha Male is one of the most popular gyms in the world, and when I met Urijah, he invited me out. I kind of just showed up and I didn't go home. I never really moved out here originally. I just like told my girlfriend at the time, like, hey, I'll be out here for like a month. And then it was like 3, and I was like, oh, it won't be longer than 6. And then now it's been 9 years. Alright, who wants their hand trap first?
Feeling nervous? Not really. It hasn't really kicked in yet. I'm just kind of generally tired. I'm waiting for like a second wind of energy.
Like, it can make me fucking tap out super fast.
Yeah.
Oh my god, here we go. I can't believe we're about to do this.
Alright, let's go. You know, this sport and this lifestyle is almost 24/7, so if you want to go somewhere, this sport demands a lot of time. You're always in here, you're always trying to reinvent yourself. Ripping it through.
I don't want that.
There's so many disciplines, like you gotta work your wrestling, your jiu-jitsu, your striking. Yes, but bring that back foot. And then you gotta find ways to put it all together, and then are you in shape? Maybe you lost your last fight because this guy's stronger than you are, right? Throwing you around, so like now you have to lift and put on muscle in other areas. So the sport's always changing. Every athlete is kind of dealing with their own battles. And I think if I could go back and tell myself anything, it'd be 1, don't give up, believe in myself, and quit being a bitch. For me, what really helps is start by putting my arms out in front, and then just doing those at the same time. I like to not complicate it too much. Just take your fucking hands with your feet, and you'll be alright, alright? Basically, this is what the noodles are, so I can beat the shit out of you guys when you do it. Yeah, you're like Mr. Miyagi. Wash on off.
All right.
One, two. About 2 years ago, one of my scans for the UFC came back and it showed that I had an occlusion in my brain, and we didn't know what that meant at the time. So they scrapped my fight, they pulled me from the card like right before, and it took me a while to find a doctor that really knew what was wrong with me or what it was. And then eventually it came down to, I have a disease and it's called moyamoya, and this is probably something I was born with. So I've had it a lot longer than most recent days. And basically over time, your arteries kind of grow closed. So by the time they found it, it was completely occluded. And my brain was running off of reserves, and there's no telling when my body would have stopped compensating for the disease. Like, that's not a permanent thing. Like, I'm young enough to where it was doing that, and at a decent level just because of how active I was and more of a healthier lifestyle. Made me a really good candidate for the surgery. So I had a bypass. So I got blood on that side of my head. So, you know, in a weird way, it's like fighting saved my life. So I do feel like I owe it to myself to kind of follow this path and just kind of like fulfill it. I feel fine. I've passed every checkup, and when fighting might have not been an option for me, there's like identity crisis. It's like, who is Vince Murdock, the non-fighter? It's like he doesn't really exist. Like, I had to find other ways to, like, what if I can't fight anymore? Luckily I can, but life's a lot bigger than this sport, and it just would have sucked him in without it.
We shouldn't have done a draw. I didn't win that.
Like you were fighting outside of it.
Yeah, I don't think you did either.
Yeah.